Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we give you all the things that we watched this week. Wink.
That was a good wink.
Thank you. Working on it.
Do you watch anything good this week?
Not really. I watched... when we started this segment, I said that this was going to be a problem, that sometimes I don't watch a lot. And Noah was like, come on, you always watch a lot. And I was like, not really. And I think we have seen over the past couple weeks.
And then I get shamed for watching too much.
No,
I have never once shamed you for watching a lot.
Once again, it ebbs and flows.
Right. For the past couple weeks, haven't been watching that much.
It'll be good when like, I forgot myself The Last of Us. I was just trying to think of what I've watched.
There you go. Okay, I'll start off because I always watch the least. I'm boring. Never Have I Ever season 3.
You started season 3?
It has come to a close.
Oh, you finished?
I finished it last night.
Thoughts?
I'm going to give it a B.
Okay.
I didn't like it as much as the first two.
Yeah, fair.
I'm excited for the fourth, though, whenever that is.
Fourth and final.
Fourth and final.
I always think like fourth, when they preemptively say final season, has a lot to live up to.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, Paxton isn't pulling me in this season. Okay.
Super fair.
Never Have Ever season 3, you get a B. I watched Blended for
great
the first
movie.
time.
For the first time?
I've never seen it.
I think I've seen it on TV like years ago, but like I'm counting this as my first time. We sat down
watched
and
the whole thing.
Put on Blended from the beginning. I'll give it a B+.
It's just like a classic.
What would you rate Blended?
Blended is just like a classic Adam Sandler movie. Blended, that's a solid B+.
I'm actually going to give Blended a B.
I would say
I'm going to knock it down to a B.
Because what would you give 50 First Dates?
An A.
And what would you give, what's the other movie they did together?
Those are the only two.
No, they've done 3.
Oh, Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer. Oh, Wedding Singer's A+.
A+.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. That gets a B.
No, I mean, Blended is by far the
worst
of the 3.
It goes Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates.
It just holds a special place in my heart because I just, it's a comfort movie for me.
50 First Dates is sad.
I think it's a little overrated.
It is a little overrated. I don't know. Maybe I would give it an A- or a B+.
I'd probably give it like a B+.
B+. Yeah, I said A too fast. Now that I'm thinking about it, watch it. It's sad. It's really sad.
It is,
and
but
repetitive.
It's still really funny.
It's funny.
It is very funny still.
But very repetitive, obviously.
Yeah. The Wedding Singers.
Wedding Singer is an A+.
Blended's a B.
Blended's a B.
Okay.
I have caught a couple episodes of The Office on cable.
Have you ever heard of this show? Heard of this? They're all in an office.
Last thing, but
Get this though, the ones with Will Ferrell. And I've never
really watched.
I live watched those when they were
I
there.
have never seen the ones with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Will Ferrell's a funny guy.
There's no denying that.
Not Steve Carell though.
No, I mean, I think it's universally understood that they get much worse without him.
Did you watch when they were still both on?
No. There was some with just Will Ferrell and then there was some with Steve Carell. The episode with Steve Carell, when they're doing the improv and he keeps breaking out the guns and then he whispers to the guy that he has a gun and he said I can't say it out loud, but he whispered that I gotta get back to watching The Office.
Yeah.
I can't rate those though because it wasn't even like I picked a seat. It was just on cable television, and I just wanted everyone to know that I caught some episodes of The Office on cable television.
Some episodes of The Office.
Yeah.
On cable television.
Right. On late night TBS.
Cable television. No,
Comedy Central.
It's always on Comedy Central.
Always
it was
on Comedy Central
around 5-6 o'clock.
Yeah. That's actually when Joe and I normally turn it on too. When we're like scrolling.
Yeah, that last night I was like,
I feel like any household you go into, like half the time, it's just on The Office on Comedy Central.
Seinfeld.
Yeah. Seinfeld's, like nonstop.
It's always Seinfeld and
Channel
The Office
9.
are always on at the same time. And so you just, whatever you're feeling at that time. I have watched Seinfeld, so like I have seen every episode of Seinfeld and I've rewatched it a couple times. The Office, I don't have that, So lately, whereas usually I'd pick Seinfeld. This past week I've been going
the other way.
I'm gonna put on The Office.
Let's give this
leaning the
little
other way.
show a
let's
chance.
heard some good things about this.
Yeah.
So that's what I watched this week. That's what I got.
Okay, I have a few things. I watched The Last of Us episode 2.
Boo!
Which we know you won't be watching.
No.
And it was a good episode, not as good as the first one. I think, but still very good. But now we're in setup territory. I feel like, those HBO shows. So I give this one a B+. It's a good episode, and I'm very intrigued. Spill a little. And I think it's a great show, and it's very well made. So I'm going to go B+ on that. Love Island UK. I am up to date currently with the winter season that, if you don't know, is airing right now. And we're about 10 episodes in to the season. My guess would be they would be on Hulu starting next week if you're waiting. If you are not, what I do is use ExpressVPN, which you pay for, and then I have an ITV account, which I also pay for, and I watch the episodes on their little ITV hub website, and that is how I watch. It can get annoying because it gives out a lot, and then you have to refresh a ton, and that can get frustrating. But I'm not hooked yet. It's starting to get a little juicier, but the cast of characters isn't quite doing it for me.
Lacking luster.
Yeah, it's just nobody's giving me pizzazz. Nobody's giving me it vibes.
Nobody's giving you star.
Exactly. No one's giving me star.
Nobody's a celebrity.
There's a guy, Will, who I really like. He's very much like Dr. Alex. Remember Dr. Alex? Like that kind of vibe. He's a sweet guy. But he's the only comedic relief. Nobody else seems funny. There's
a bunch of wallpapers walking around.
It's tough. It's nobody's really bringing it quite yet. But there's it's almost too much infighting. I know people like the drama, but the girls are fighting with each other, boys were fighting with each other.
The girls are fighting?
Yeah.
Why?
Over guys.
Don't tell me.
They're fighting over guys.
I have to catch up on this.
But there's a rumor that two of the girls actually knew each other before, and they do not get along. They do not like each other.
That's why they casted each other.
They do not. But it's not talked about that they may have known each other.
That's like if me and you went on the show.
It's like that Bachelor,
Caddy.
the beauty pageant girls.
Yeah. But it was and then it was acknowledged that they did know each other. Doesn't seem like they did. They also, no spoilers. It's not really a spoiler. They brought in 2 people from Love Island, Australia. I won't say who, so that's not a spoiler. Give me your best
Australian accent.
I cannot do an Australian accent. Good day, mate.
Pretty good.
No, I really can't do it. No.
Give me a line to say because I don't know.
I want my pancakes hot.
It's so hard.
Shit, I don't even I want my pancakes hot.
That was not that bad. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
I was definitely can't.
Australian accent is hard.
So hard.
After I finished Love Island Australia, in my head I'm always I can do an Australian accent now.
Australian might be the hardest.
No, cannot do it at all.
I did it to Drew Barrymore.
His was better.
His was good.
His was better than Drew Barrymore's.
His was good.
Yeah.
I thought.
Bloomin' onion. I feel like that's an easy word to say.
It's still it's
Bloomin'
still
onion.
It's still
onion.
really hard. It's really hard. So they brought in a girl and a guy. And there's some controversy over the guy because I don't think is very well liked from his cast members from Australia. But now he's on UK, and which I understand. I get the crossover, but UK is so superior that they don't need to do that. They don't need to bring in people from other places, in my mind.
I agree with that.
So right now I would give the first 10 episodes a B-. I'm into it, but it hasn't really grabbed me yet. Some of these do not. I caught up on all the Chicago shows, which I'll just mention. Mm-hmm. Don't need a grade. The Challenge, good episodes.
The finale was last night?
No.
Second to last?
We're next week is the final, the start of the final. They're doing 100-hour final.
Bananas is in it, right?
Uh-huh.
Saw that. He put it on his Instagram. People were mad that he spoiled it.
Oh, people might be mad that you just spoiled it.
I know, and that's why I was going to whisper it like this, and then I just said it.
No, I'm actually thrilled with... I enjoyed this season. I did think, I said before, it gone back and forth where I was it was pairs, then it was teams, and it went back to pairs. Just keep it pairs the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just a way to extend it.
Don't get cute with it.
Yeah, it was just a way to extend it, I guess, like cause drama or try and cause drama. But the final is next week, and I am very happy with the pairings of there's 4 pairs that are running the final, and it was very good. Great last episode to go into the final before the last elimination. Olivia from Love Island, so good. Like crushing it.
Really?
So good. She'll be a long time challenge contestant.
I might have to tune in for these last or the last.
You should.
One.
You should.
I should just catch up on the last.
I'll
few.
talk to. I don't want
to after.
Yeah, I don't want to say like everybody that's in the final right now in case people are not caught up. But it is. I'm very excited to watch that. I watched the first 2 episodes of the Madoff documentary on Netflix.
I watched it.
I see that you wrote Madoff down, and I was like, interesting.
Madoff.
Because I said Bernie Madoff the
Yeah.
other day. They got a documentary?
Yeah, on Netflix. It's pretty good. I've watched 2 episodes of it. I give it like a B. I'm interested. It's got me locked in. What I don't love
the biggest Ponzi schemer of our time, huh?
Big time.
I know a Ponzi schemer.
It's very fascinating.
Have I ever talked about this?
No.
I don't know if I should. I don't know him
like
that well.
I feel like you have, but I can't remember what it is.
Now I feel bad bringing it up.
Is it somebody in your family?
No.
Then who cares?
It's kid I went to high school with.
Yeah.
His dad.
Yeah. Ran a Ponzi scheme?
Ran up a big one.
Damn.
If I said his name, you would.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I won't say the name.
You went to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He's still there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it was a big because he ran like the baseball leagues. It's a whole story, whatever. But he was a big. He's a biggie. He's a big Ponzi scheme
player.
guy.
Big player in the Ponzi scheme world. Yeah. No. It's a limited series, docu-series. It's 4 episodes. I've watched 2, and it's good. What gets me a lot of times with documentaries is I wish sometimes just give me people talking to me and photos. When they do the actor dramatizations, sometimes they're so cheesy and bad, or they had got people playing like young Bernie Madoff, and young Bernie Madoff's wife. So it's like they're actors, but it's like they do it in like a foggy scene, and like he's sitting at his desk typing, but it's an actor.
Yes.
You know, like that.
A lot. Yes.
I don't love documentaries that are like that. Like just inform me.
Did you
and
ever watch the Robert De Niro one?
No.
Where he played him?
Did you ever watch the OJ one where David Schwimmer played
That's a good
Robert Kardashian?
Yes.
That's a good one.
It was good,
but
at the same time it was like
the TV show.
Yeah, it was a TV show.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though. Different where the documentary.
Yeah, this is like a documentary where it's like it goes from
there's no lines. It's just
it goes from a real but it'll flash from like a real picture of Bernie and his kids to then like an actor playing
a
Bernie,
really trying actor where they have no lines and they're like, yes,
but it's like
you're because you have white hair and
right. It's like a guy playing Bernie Madoff and he's just like in his office and he's like going like this, like I told you, and he's like fake yelling.
Like
but then there's a
like,
voiceover of like a woman in the back being like, what you didn't know about Bernie was that he had a very short fuse. Yeah. But like on the screen, it's just like a fake Bernie actor being like, You're like, okay, maybe. But I mean, a lot of documentaries are made like that. I am enjoying it. I'm going to finish it. What else did I watch? Oh, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Reunion Part 1 is a C. I mean, I'm watching. I'm intrigued. I'm watching it. But like, no Jen Shah. So it just feels like they're talking in circles as always.
Because they're talking about Jen Shah.
Heather doesn't know what the fuck happened with the black guy. Still drives me insane. She says she was blacked out. She has no recollection, even though she said on the show that she knew who did it. I don't know. There's something really fishy going on there for sure with production, or I don't know what's going on. Also, did you see that Jen Shah?
I was just about to say
put
this.
Yeah, she's got a website that you can subscribe and pay to hear like the real story which just sounds like another scheme. I thought the judge told her she couldn't profit like off this story, and that's exactly what she's doing. A subscription service.
Listen to this. This is the caption. Thank you to my loyal fans who have remained supportive through the tough yet very enlightening time in my life. With the strength of my husband, children, close family, and friends, I am ready to tell my true story without any misrepresentations or editing present. Please visit DearJenShaw.com and subscribe as I tell my truth and give you an inside look into the real Jen Shah.
Scammers gonna scam.
Scammers are just
DearJenShaw.com.
I know this is crazy. Scammers are scammers.
In her bio,
reason.
it's the cameo link. Imagine getting a cameo from
It is
Jen
just
Shaw.
People probably do
insane.
pay for that.
Okay, wait. So, okay, I guess maybe you don't have to pay yet. Or maybe this says subscribe to DearJenShaw.com. Sign up to be the first to hear her story.
So one day,
Okay, I put an email in and says, thank you. We will be in touch.
So you better have those alerts on.
She has
So
her comments
as soon
on.
as we can hear Jen Shaw's side of the story, you get an email.
Yeah. Okay, I just got an email that says confirm subscription. Now do I have to
My
pay?
God, you're subscribed to Dear Jen Shaw.
Oh,
How
now
does-
I'm just subscribed.
How do you feel as a subscriber to Jen Shaw's website?
Not good. I didn't really want to be subscribed. Well, this is the thing. I just want to know if at some points you put something behind a paywall. You know?
She'll start charging you without you knowing.
Right. Like, yeah, I just
They're
gave her all
in your
my information.
laptop
She's
and-
going to like fucking call my grandma and try and scheme her now.
Probably.
God damn it.
Poor Mima is getting scammed by
I
Jen
know,
Shaw.
Seriously.
She definitely would fall for
absolutely
it too.
insane that like, and then Andy said that they had invited Jen to the reunion, but her lawyers told her not to go or something because when they filmed the reunion, her sentencing still hadn't happened yet. So she's not even there. So it's just like the four of them and then the friends of who are just, I hope they go. The Angies.
They need to be cut.
The Angies, see ya. No, they're not bringing it at all.
So
There's
that's
a lot of forced drama. It just feels like they're throwing out things to like get to stick on the wall to stay on.
I
the
feel
show.
like Salt Lake City might have to come to an end.
It's a good franchise. It has so much potential. I think they have to do a casting shakeup, which I think they're gonna do. Like keep some of the main players. Like they'll keep Meredith, Heather, Whitney, Lisa. That's only 4. Like Beverly Hills at times has like 7 or 8 main character housewives, you know? So like you really got to get some good ones in there, better than the friends of that they have come up with. And yeah, that's all I got.
I watched The Last of Us as well. I thought that was better than the first one, or at least I enjoyed it more.
I liked the first one better.
So I'll give this one an A-. The Last of Us episode 2. Watched the Madoff series as well. I feel like it's a lot of stuff I already knew, but
You guys hanging out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I haven't finished it yet.
And yeah, I thought it was like I've already seen the story. I feel like there's been other documentaries too that I probably watched and I can't remember, but I'll give it a B too. Like, it's interesting. I mean, it's so sad. Like,
I really
his
didn't know
sons-
too much. Like I knew the general idea, but I have not. Like I knew what he did, but I have never really read up about it or watched a documentary.
you haven't
so it's
gotten to the
more
point where, like,
it's more enlightening to
do you
me.
know what happens to his kids?
No, I've only watched 2
Oh
episodes.
no, I was just saying I don't know if you know the real life.
No, not really.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, I would actually prefer you not.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, then I watched Peaky Blinders, episode 5 of the last season 6. I'll give that a B.
You just randomly watched the 5th episode.
I watched like the first.
You picked one episode, closed your eyes, and went.
You just said, "I'm going to do episode 5 of the
I
last season of Peaky Blinders."
I started it like when it first came out, like a long time. I think it was like the spring maybe, and I just like wasn't that interested. I was a big fan of the earlier seasons, and I just stopped watching. It was also like in the UK earlier, so I had to like it was harder to watch. Now it's just on Netflix. And then I couldn't remember where I was, so I was like, I think I was at 5. I might have skipped one, but it's fine. Like it's the last season's not as good in my eyes. I would give that a B. And then I watched this other documentary on Netflix called The Pez Outlaw.
I've seen that.
Pez Outlaw.
And
About Pez candies.
it's about this guy who so it's hard to explain, but it's another like very what you were saying, like it's actually
all dramatization.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it's the real guy playing himself. So they like dyed his beard, like he has this really long like white beard, and like they like I'm pretty sure I might have just been not like.
What if they just cast an actor that really looked like him?
I mean,
It'd
if
be
they
kind of
did,
wild for the guy to be playing himself. No,
I think he is
in a docuseries.
but
Is it a docuseries?
It's just one movie.
Oh, it's just one movie.
I think he is because he like looks old when he's supposed to be playing his younger self. I'm is it him? I think it's him. I think they just dyed his beard black. Like if you go on the IMDb and look at the photos, it looks exactly like the guy. It's definitely him. It's definitely him, which I think is crazy. It has
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does?
Yeah.
What the? I mean, it's probably got rated by like one person.
It has 26 reviews.
Oh, I give it a C. I thought it was like. I thought the story was kind of interesting, but I don't know. It was like almost so corny that I was like, this is. I don't know, but it's a weird story.
So what did you rate it?
A C.
I gave it a C.
I just wasn't that drawn in, but that's all I watched. Not that much this week.
Quick week for all of us.
Yeah, I have one thing to say about Ginny and Georgia, because I've had a lot of people ask me, because Ginny and Georgia would normally be a show that is right up my alley, and the second season is out. Everybody's talking about it. I've gotten a lot of people say, like, have you watched the second season? Or, like, thoughts on Ginny and Georgia.
Ever since they made fun of Taylor Swift, Fran said
no. Ginny and Georgia, I'm sorry. Ginny and Georgia lost me. Like, I know I am the queen of bad, good TV. Like, any cheesy show like that, normally I fucking love. Ginny and Georgia lost me after like the 6th episode of the first season. I could not keep going. I just said, I can't do this.
I don't even think I watched the first season.
The story, like, I just could not get behind. After I told you about the fingering scene.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, I'm out. I tried to watch more, and I did. I watched, and I know people are gonna say, oh, give it another chance. Like, second season's so good. I just could not, I could not do it. So that's just one that I don't think I'm going to be watching.
And sorry to the people that wanted you to watch, but you won't be.
I just don't think I can do it.